Peace, family. It's your girl, formerly Geneva. For those who might be tuning in and just now get introduced to me, you didn't have a problem maybe pronouncing my name. I don't know, but it's titled "Support Black Owned," right? Support Black Owned only. Support Black only. And what I mean by that is like you go and you try to find the alternatives. You know what I mean? You everything that we're used to buying. Everything that we're used to buying. What we need to be doing is going and finding the alternatives that are Black owned. And when we find the ones that are Black owned, then we, abstain from what we're used to and used to what this system provides for us. And we go to ours. It's just like, regular services. It's just like you deal in an apartment. Right now I'm dealing with sis who's in real estate, and she's helping me find a place so I can get it settled. One thing that she woke me up to that she said, a lot of us we don't own enough land and property, and I agree with that. So I'm dealing with Black owned, anything that I need. I even went back to Ask Some Culture and I asked the sis, I said, true, he does laundry detergent. Do he do bleach too? Is there anybody that does bleach? She said, I don't know. Was the sister or was the brother? And I think it was the brother. And I think he was like, he didn't know, but he was going to ask and he was going to find out. And I was like, great, because that's what it is. I went back and I asked the owner of Action Culture. I said, what was the name of the Black owned business that sells the toilet paper at paper towels? She said, Freedom. I said, okay, so I can find them online and order and everything. She said, yeah. She said, but they're going to be dealing with them once they get their new store open. I said, oh, you got a new location coming? She was like, yeah. And she was like, once we get that open, I was like, great, because I went to the Mystic Fair. They had the Natural Mystic Fair at Sealy's restaurant. So I went down there, to build Black owned. A couple vendors I knew that was going to be there, so I supported them. Went to Axum, bought a couple of things. I even bought this hoodie that I thought was really fly, and come to find out that it's red pill and blue pill. I didn't even know until I was in there and I was getting it, and I was like, this is so hot. And I was like, how much is this? And I was like, you got my eye? And she was like, I don't know if you know the twin brothers, the pills. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm familiar. You too. And she was like, yeah, this is their product. So I was like, all right, well, let me get a sweatshirt, So, and I was like, I mean, your hoodie is fly. I like it, So, that was cool. I was there pretty much from like noon almost till it closed. It got really busy. I got a little like, okay, I'm ready to go now, but even when something that stood out to me when I was looking at some of the sisters who were showing up with, the European hair, I was asking one of the brothers who does shaman hands, I said, isn't that real sensitive? I said, something that young Pharaoh said that stood out to me is when he talked about when you put that energy on your head and knowing that the Caucasoid, is a beast, it comes from beast. He said, you put that energy of the beast, on your crown. And he said, maybe this is why we act beast-like towards each other or all the above. I'm not sure. But I told him, I said, being the fact that we talk about the chakras and we're so into our chakras, I said, isn't the crown like the most sensitive one that connects with everything? This is how we get our divine connection, even with our antennas. So when we cover up our crown with something that's not ours, what are we doing? And he was like, oh, trust me, sis. Like he said, he wasn't a fan. He couldn't even be around, women like that, who, whatever. And I was just like, but I was just wondering if that's something that we should be thinking about, with our crown and, how sensitive, especially when we get into chakras and all that. So he was like, yeah, definitely. I said, I guess food for thought, a lot of that. But other than that, it was good. I got so many compliments on this bracelet, on this, because I'm trying to get to more of my chakra and get into chakra healing, activation, meditation. I'm trying to get into that now. So when I did, I seen this chakra bracelet, right? It got all 7 chakra stones on it. Isn't it cute? I got so many compliments because it's the way that she wired it. And I thought it was really nice, but I didn't know this was like, the one that, she had on her website on We Buy Black, which is on the company Royal Designs. Royal Designs, all one word with a Z on the end. I think they do like cab shirts, a lot of crystals and stones. And this was, everybody gave me so many compliments. And I was like, this was meant for me. And she was like, other sisters, even the one that asked me, was like, it definitely was meant for you. It says, But I was like, yes, I was like, oh, Royal Design, support the sisters. You know, they do really, really good work. I even got another bracelet from them with this little ankh on it. Really, really cute. So other than that, I ran into this one brother who was saying, you know, vote for his, he was like, not because he's his cousin, but vote for him. But I told you, I said, we got to be doing everything. We got to be building up Black. We got to be getting Blacks in office. We got to be doing it from every angle, you know, getting it from every angle, enlightening our people, all the above, pushing the unity, love, everything. You know, we got to do it from all angles because the ancestors is waiting. And they are waiting for this. And they, you know, they're like, yes. So, you know, we're doing well as long as we keep putting in that work. So one thing I said, I registered to vote, but I don't live in Atlanta right now. So I think that I can't vote for him because I'm not in that county. So, but I will figure it out, family. So, but I was just like, you know, this is just what it is. But I told him, I said, the thing about it is that I think sometimes when we got one Black person in office and it's surrounded by the majority of whites, they got no choice but to go with the majority because they're just by themselves. But if we can get everybody in there, right? We can get everybody, councilmen, you know, legislators, state legislators, mayors, you know, all the above. We get them in the governor, Senate. We can get it all. Then maybe they don't got it. Then they can have more of their melanated brothers and sisters, you know, behind them to where they could push something that will push us. But we got to get it all Black, not just one, but all Black on. So, you know, I agree with that. You know, even with the 12 Imperial Towns, we just try to find my way. Like now, even when I deal with 7-9, that like, and I go to 7-9, and I don't think that co-op is Black owned. I don't think it is, but so many Black people shop there, so many people Black work there, so many gotchas people decide to come and wear a lot of stuff. So everybody still lives in 7-9, right? It's a co-op, you know, cooperated. But when there was a brother that I told you he stabbed his own little version of that, I go to him first, and whatever I can't get there, then I go to that because I try to support Black owned. Well, I get me, like they sell these 5-gallon containers of water. So I get so many a month, you know, to go through my drinking of water, you know, and I, you know, I recycle them, turn them in and get money off to get my new batch. Well, this brother at Axon was telling me that, you know, you got this company that's Black owned, that sells this water that is alkali water, not alkaline. He said alkaline was something that the Asians, Japanese created where all they did was filter dirty water. But this is alkali, the original water that's supposed to be really clean. It's a history, supposedly, ancestors, it's a well that the ancestors built, family. This water is, I think, 8.9 pH. I think this company, she was supposed to give me a car, I forgot, but she did say she was on Instagram and she's on Facebook. So I'm going to friend her on Instagram and on Facebook because I signed up already because it's like a membership thing. She said, they'll come to me. I said, really? She said, you're in Georgia, right? Yeah. She said, we'll come to you and when you run out, we'll come to refill your water. Of course, you'll get a little discount off of it, refilling it. And, you know, and I was like, oh, great. So I got paid the full, you know, right? She's like, no. And I was like, great. Then I'm looking for a Black alternative. So I'm just going to switch over from 7-9 and just do them. And they're actually called Moon Jug Water. And you can find them on Facebook and Instagram, Moon Jug Water. And it's supposed to be really, really good. And they just don't do gallons, but they do 5 gallons. And I told her I would do that. So I told her, I gave her my phone number, my information, said, see, peace, sis, we hugged and all that. I said, definitely will be supporting you. I said, I'll do a video and I'll put you out there too. You know what I mean? So we can support Black owned, you know, anyway. He was like, yes, definitely. I said, it's about finding alternatives. You know, and once you find it, you stick with it, you know. So I told her, I said, so, you know, I'm proud of that. I introduced her to the brother that shot my hands. He's getting into it, so he shares information. So I said, this is what about us connected, talking to each other, letting us know about business that we know, sharing certain things. I was building with these sisters. They was inviting me out to a trail, you know, to go hiking with them because I told them I just came from Kennesaw Mountain. I did that. I said, every week I try to do a new trail, something new that I never accomplished. And I said, better yet, why are we going to a trail, y'all? Let's go to a gun range. And I was like, get some aggression out, some training. They was like, that's an idea. And I was like, and we got the sister out here, lady with a gun. And they was like, sister, really? Like, I was like, Black owned, y'all. So they was like, oh, that's what's up. So, you know, making plans to do that. So that's why I said it's just about, you know, connecting and building and exchanging that information and going from there, you know, and supporting Black owned, only, 100%. So it was great. It was really busy, but really packed. A lot of people showed up. I was like, wow, taking pictures. I took so many pictures. People, support their business and stuff like that. So it was great. It was really, really nice, really peaceful. Met another brother who does shaman hands, invited him because I met him through another person. So I invited him, he came out. So I did some building, some connections with people and stuff like that. So I was like, actually invited me to an event that's tomorrow that he's going to be hosting. So, but I was already invited out to the event by another sister. So I said, we'll see if I can juggle all of it. It was really nice. It was really nice. They had meg yoga, meditation. We poured out libations, our ancestors. We did certain things. It was really nice. It was really lovely, nice little connection, doing a prayer together, really invoking the ancestors, the spirits. Even though it was kind of a cool day, Ra came out, blessed the event, exposed himself. So, it was really nice. It was really, really nice, Cecilia's was packed. I thought they was gonna have food out. I didn't need to go in and order when I first got there, but I did go inside and order something. I don't know. I was a little disappointed this time. I guess they're not going to always be on point, but main thing I think my issue is that they left certain ingredients out. Now I don't know if they were running out of it, but you guys charge a little too much to be not putting all the ingredients in it, because I think it was like corn I didn't get in it and something else wasn't in it. It wasn't really flavorful. This was like the first wrap that I've ever ate, because when I first bought a wrap, I was there like 3 days in a row. Like if they said I was coming, they was like, see you tomorrow, they were right, because they saw me tomorrow and the next day. Like I was there like 3 days in a row getting it. But this was the first wrap that I actually threw away. I couldn't finish it. I just, I was little, and I don't know. But I just said maybe it was really busy, maybe it was an off day, maybe they just run out of ingredients and just chose not to. I don't know. But I just can't afford, certain things. So I'm gonna just kind of, stay, chill for a little bit. I'll chill for a little bit, maybe, in the future, but I was just telling that to a friend when I was there. I was just like, just a little too much, a little too expensive, but I was like, not saying it ain't worth it, but, I need everything that, all the ingredients. So I was like, other than that, but it got really busy in the evening, but I was just like, oh, no, I already, went this afternoon. But the drink was good. It was some juice there. It was really, really good. Pineapple, coconut milk, and I forget what else. It was really, really good. But other than that, it was a really good time. Bought an ankh, from Baba G. So out there, he's out there at Sealy. So it was nice. It was nice about supporting Black owned. I've been supporting Black owned online, get stuff shipped in, and support Black owned, in person in any way, in stores, and just finding out about more and exchanging. I think that's a good build. I think that's what we need to be doing. And that's where our mindset need to be. So obviously, but I'm working it. It's a lot that I'm working. But I just wanted to come in and kind of speak on that, because I was really I felt really fulfilled, really energized afterwards. I felt the energy. Even when I put on this chakra stone bracelet, I just felt so energetic, energized, and I thought it was beautifully crafted. She did a really, really good job. A lot of compliments, so that says a lot, but other than that, just building with other sisters and stuff, and it just made me get more into it. So now I want to pursue a lot of different things, ancestry, past lives, all the above. So even trying to work with energies and everything and setting up the altars. And I got 3 of them right now, one dedicated to my meditation, my chakras, one dedicated to my ancestors of Yoruba, and a little side thing to Oshun, and then one to my, direct lineage connection. So, slowly but surely just trying to get into it. It's a process. It's a lifestyle change. It's a process. It's a struggle as well. to change everything that, what you're used to, change your way of thinking, your mind, your spirit, all the above. Caucus always showed up, but I just kept putting it in my mind that, if anything affects you, that means that you're on the same frequency and you just have to vibrate higher. So I just chose to rise above them and pretend that they weren't even there. They didn't even exist. Something that I used to hear from certain people, where when I would go to certain festivals, some of the sisters would tell me, they'd be like, girl, I don't even see them. I don't even see them. She was like, you paying them mind, but she was like, I don't even see them. She was like, I'm just so focused on, being here in the spirit and the energy and being around my people. She was like, I don't even notice them. And she was like, what you need to do is that you need to rise yourself, rise your elevation, your vibration, to where you don't even notice. It has no effect on you, no effect on your energy. So I was pretty proud of myself today, because I was tested, but I chose to certain things. I felt myself getting a little upset, inside, but I just try to deep breaths, breathe deep and just ignore it and try to rise above and just focus on the things that are just, bring me back to my center and balance myself. And this is what I try to get into, every day, waking up in the prayers first thing in the morning, paying old, giving old to them, paying homage to them, thanking them, for another grand rising, another day of joy and peace, to prevail. Another day of, for them to watch over me and protect me and guide me and continue to, elevate my mind, body, and spirit, for me to recognize my own, gift inside, my own light and enlightenment, to discover my divine self. So I'll be focusing on that. The ancestors is definitely helping me with that, but you have to work hand in hand. They're not going to do it all for you, So that's pretty much what I've been focused on and doing every day. Waking up in the prayer, going downstairs, drinking enough water first thing in the morning too, and in prayer, and taking my B12, my vaping my B12, and everything else that I'll be needing, even liquid kelp for my thyroid and everything else, and then go down to the gym and work out. That's been helping me. Even a brother who, I forget his name, but he was on Black Magic 363, and the guy who's really into that African medicine, and he was talking about that, Tibetan and all that. He was talking about doing your workout early, and I do my workout early already. And I try to do that just to combat the stresses for the day. To be healthy for one, yes. Not really about what you look like, but just to be healthy and to combat, stresses that you probably will deal with, every day. And then after working out, coming up here, taking a shower and meditating, or meditating even before I get in the shower, and just meditating and get in the shower. And maybe some days, taking the time to go to nature and be in there and meditate in nature. Like when I went to Kennesaw, it was beautiful. I knew the ancestors was there because I took off at this one part of the trail and I started walking up, and when I walked up, this deer just walked right on out. Like I wasn't even already walking up. And when it did, I stopped. I didn't even know if I should still keep walking. I just stopped and got caught off guard, took my phone out and started filming, and he just started eating her in front of me. And I was just like, oh my God. And I wanted to walk up so quick, and I was like, wow, the ancestors are here, because how would you just allow this to happen to me right now? And then I found this one part, and it seemed peaceful when I sat down to connect with nature. And when I went to do that, a butterfly came, right, circled, and just landed right next to me and just, fluttered, and I was just like, oh my God. And I tried to, just sit still quietly, but I wasn't ready to meditate yet. I was just ready to connect with nature in another way. And then after I did that, I continued to walk, continue to hike. And I found this other spot, and I said, this is where I'm going to meditate. And I did. And I had a deep connection, and I had a deep connection to the point where I just felt so different. I started speaking to nature and saying, wow, I am you. And you are me. You are within me. You flow within me. I connect with you. And I just started speaking this to nature. I was like zoning in at one point when I came out of my meditation, and I just kind of just zoned in on this one spot. And I just realized that we had a connect. I was like, nothing not mankind, nothing can disrupt, or stop, or end this connection that I have with you. Nothing's more powerful, and after I meditate, I continue to hike on, and I felt so rejuvenated. I felt so good, and I just want to get back more into that. And after I take the time to do that, come back home, meditate a little bit more, and then just get ready for my day. While I was drinking water the whole time, and get ready for my day, and I think that helps. And at night, the same thing. My prayers, my meditation music, my meditation. Some yoga and, stretching out. My mom says she wants to get into yoga now. I told her, I said, main thing to start is just stretch it. I said, do a stretch and sit in it. You know what I mean? Do a stretch and just hold it. And just hold it for as long as you can. Do slow, deep breathing. And you're going to watch that flexibility. But that's what you start with. She said she really wants to get into that. And I said, I'm glad. It'll help keep you at peace, relax, make you a little more flexible. Great. You know how stress lives in the joints. So the main thing is to stretch out them joints, especially before you go to bed, and stretch them out when you wake up. That's something I had learned from young Pharaoh too. Man, who knew? It's the simplest things and has the biggest benefits. And I told her, I said, all that helps. All that helps with stress. All that helps make you feel better, make you feel lightheaded, light on your feet. Eating well, eating healthy, eating light. I eat one meal a day. You know what I mean? And then I might snack, and that's just like feeding cookies or some fruit. I try to eat that every day. Like Ralph, wake up with a bunch of grapes in my mouth. And I don't even wake up with that. I wake up with some water. And after I drink enough water, then I drink some aloe vera juice, some noni juice. After that, around 10 o'clock, I either got my super mega green foods, or I got a smoothie with the super mega green foods. I either have that in water or I have it in a smoothie. And then that's it. And I might eat a late lunch, maybe towards dinner, but usually when I after school, coming home, I snack. I snack on strawberries, grapes, pineapple, fruit, oranges, tangerines, plum, whatever it is. It's fruit. Then a salad, then my meal. You know what I mean? After the salad and the meal, I'm drinking water, all the way up until it's time to go to bed. So, and tea, it's this tea too that my oracle made for me that helps with certain things in regards to help rejuvenate and stuff like that. So, and I steep that, and I drink some of that tea, and then some more water. So I think all that's helping, but it's a lifestyle change. It's consistent, being consistent with it every single day. It's like, as long as you bless your ancestors, they will bless you. And it gets to the point where they talk to you. They let me know. All the time, they need fresh water. If Oshun wants some fresh honey, like whatever it is, let me know. They let me know. Okay, I want some fresh lemon, orange, whatever it is, And I'm like, okay, today it's just like, I want to burn an incense. They're like, okay, I want the 7 African powers, or I want some sage over here, or I want some dragon's blood, and I get it. I think they really, really love the 7 African powers, because when I burn that, it just fills up the whole apartment. And so I was like, woo, because I came back in, and in the door, and I was like, wow, it's like busting me out the hallway. So yeah, I think they really like that. But so many other things, and I think that it's like a connection. It's like you feel it, you hear it intuitively, and it's something that comes to you, and you look at it, and you're like, okay, all right, this what you want. Like it's like, it's like that point where it's like feeding it to you, because it was something I burned before, and they did not like it. And I felt that. And I was like, oh, I'll put it out. So it was like, yeah, I mean, but you live and you learn. And I realized that as long as you bless them and you show them love and you meet them halfway, they will continue to manifest all the blessings and love for you. And I said, and all I ask for is peace, joy, happiness, So a little tenderness, what I mean? Love and happiness, that's it. So, and health, because health is wealth. So I asked for all that, just to teach me how to, stay in tune, how to stay in tune with myself, how to, address certain things that I'm dealing with and how to counter certain things. So I just asked him for that strength. you know, what are the next steps that I need to do in order to apply, to my life. So, all of the above. And I'm not saying everybody got to get into this, but I feel as though, this is just a way for us to try to elevate, and I'm just trying to work on, not allowing certain things to affect my energy and just work on rising above it, because I know that I'm a supreme being. I know I'm part of the superior race, and I know that we are melanin popping, and I do know that it is our time. And I do know that we are going to regain and reclaim everything. It's just like what I was just sharing all on my Facebook, all the Black-owned stuff. I didn't even know we had a new Black social media site, Black Junction. We got so much stuff coming up, and I just keep sharing it and sharing it and sharing it. Anything I hear about, support these Black-owned businesses. We get it. People are doing it. Even with Dr. Boyce Marcus with the All Black National Convention, you know what I mean? And I was in the Black-owned nail salon, and I was watching the videos, and I was telling the sisters about it. And they was like, where? He does this where? And tell them certain things, because that's what it's about. That's all we want, and we got to, and word of mouth is powerful. And this is the only way that we're going to get that back. So, and as long as people are doing it, I feel proud of myself being in school and pushing it. For supply chain and management, and building with the other sis who got a warehouse, and her doing the same program, and we all doing above. I think that's great. I think that's what's going to take. Hopefully I can get in the position where I'm supplying y'all the product. So when you need to be replenished, you need whatever, you come to me, baby. So, and it's just it. So just support all the Black-owned businesses that I put out there, all the ones on Facebook, all the ones I put out here. Put out that word of mouth. If you really are about Black empowerment, or indigenous empowerment, African empowerment, I don't know where y'all want, whatever y'all want to refer to yourselves as. Melanated empowerment. If you really for the empowerment of your race and of yourself, then we got to do all of it. We got to hit it politically. We got to hit it economically. We got to hit it, being unified, spiritually. We got to hit it in every facet, from every direction, every angle. You know what I mean? And then that's the only way we're going to do. That's the only way we're going to achieve it. But we can't leave nothing out. So, and that's what it's going to take. Us getting educated, all of the above, us becoming woke, something the sister was saying, on to see at least stay woke. And definitely. And as we get more and more of us on that, we can build, have that connection, and have that love, and showcase all that. Share this energy, and share this enlightenment, and this ascension, and all the above. So, rise, family, because it's our time to rise. So I'm going to end it on that note. Peace and love to everyone who's going to tune in, everyone who tuned in, everyone who's going to watch. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Thank you all. Thank you all for that love. I appreciate the fact that y'all come in all the time and spend your time to listen to me, to bring Geneva into your home, to bring my energy and my spirit into your home. I thank you for that. I'm going to work on to continue to bring this positive energy towards you and sending positive vibes your way, versus sometimes the negative ones that I put out here when I'm not feeling so, on the up and up, I guess, or not feeling so 100 here. So definitely just want to remind you guys, support us, support our own. And that's it. Find the alternative. Find the alternative to our own, and you go and you support them. Push them. Push your word of mouth. Speak on them always. Build these connections. Build these bridges. Something the brother said, he appreciated us be out here spending our Black dollars. He said, now we wanted to circulate. You know what I mean? I said, yes, the way Black Wall Street wanted to circulate forever. So that's where we're trying to get it. So definitely. And when he said that, I'm like, oh, Ashe. So definitely, family. So support Black-owned, and I'm ending on that little peace and love. Make sure y'all keep your heads up. Keep the boots on the ground. Peace.